welcome to the MatchDayVlogs YouTube channel. As always, please remember to smash that like button and hit subscribe, because it really does make a difference to the channel. We're here at St Mary's Stadium for the final time in the Premier League for at least one season. And we're up against Liverpool, who have absolutely nothing to play for. They're going to be playing in the Europa League, whatever happens in this fixture. And ourselves, we're just purely playing for pride. And I can see from the team sheets that we're kind of going with a bit of an experimental lineup. Well, kind of similar to what it was against Brighton last week, wasn't it?
Same.
So, and of course, there's some academy players on the bench to get into the mix later on. But how are you feeling, Jack? How's the mind, considering this may be... It's maybe a while until we're wearing these badges on our sleeves. It's I'm hoping we're going to do more of a Burnley as opposed to a Forest or a Luton. Congratulations, by the way, to Luton for taking our place in the Premier League. But yeah, what's the mood, Jack?
I don't know what. It's the same as it was at Brighton. I'm on the beach. The season's over for me. This is all just... I've bought the tickets, bought and paid for, so you're here regardless. But I kind of see today as hopefully the start of the return. Yeah. You know, I would love to leave here today with an out of nowhere result, the first 3 points in years. Yeah. Just a crazy last one. You know, Liverpool put out somewhat of a squad. I'm not saying it's a bad Liverpool squad, but the fact, you know, got Milner starting, Firmino starting.
Yeah, Firmino being included in there is probably a bit of a salute, farewell kind of this last time.
If they've got a nice send-off game, which means for them they do have something to play for, which is to say goodbye to the fans and stuff. So, and I look at our squad and I'm just like, he's playing the same tactically as to the past few weeks, and it's been boring, it's been rubbish, and it hasn't worked. Why not on the last day just go full out and have a fun time? You know, let's start Ballard, stuff it, let's just do, you know, have a good time. And it does also feel the inclusion of Walcott giving the statement not 24 hours before the game. I know it's going to be a bit of a send-off, but for God's sake, man, like, where are we at with that? Like, how are we having players announcing their goodbye the game, like 24 hours before the last kickoff?
I didn't actually spot that, if I'm honest. He announced that, did he?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was clear that he wasn't going to be renewing, so there was no further contract being offered. So that was a bit of a
That's what I mean. You've got a player announcing that he's going. This is his last Southampton game, 24 hours before the last game. And on top of that, not only is it his last game, but he's one of the very few players that you could say is actually putting a solid effort this year.
Yeah, certainly towards the end of the season. I mean, just having a look at the Saints players go out onto the pitch, coming out for their warm-up. I mean, the interesting thing about today is we are, of course, the only team that is currently confirmed relegated. There are 3 other clubs in contention: Leeds United, Leicester City and Everton. Of course, Bournemouth playing Everton at Everton's ground, who I suddenly forgot the name. What's the name of Everton Stadium?
Everton Stadium?
Yes.
Goodison Park.
Thank you, Goodison Park. Bit of a mind blank there. So they are, of course, playing Everton at Goodison Park, and I got a feeling that something might go on there, so you may see a bit of excitement. There'll be 2 things that will create excitement today, one of which, a Ward-Prowse free kick goal. Yep. And second of which, if Everton concede, the away fans are going to go crazy. So that will be basically the mission.
What the score here is, if Everton win, if Bournemouth win, sorry, they'll be going ape. So, and you know, it'll be a laugh for us because Everton will be down as well. So you're in the misery with us. Do
you have a preference of who you want to go down?
Do you know what? I think Leicester Leeds, because I think Everton really would be straight back up, and I feel like Leeds.
I think they'll be in financial collapse.
You reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah. Well, they got no relegation clauses, so all their players will still be on high wages. They'll be bound by FIFA fair play, so they won't be able to spend anything. For me, I've got nothing against Everton Football Club, but I want to find out what happens when you push that button and see. Well, that sounds horrible. I may have to cut that bit out. But there we go. So that's the excitement. Any score predictions today?
2-1 Southampton.
That's what you said in the preview, wasn't it? What did I say? 4-2 in the preview?
Yeah, I think you said 4-2 or 4. Well, you said we were going to lose, and then we changed that. So
I did. Right, that's it. I'm going 4-2. Right, kickoff coming up. Leicester have scored. Leicester have just scored.
The fourth official has indicated there'll be a minimum of 2 minutes added time at the end of the first half. 2 minutes.
Whilst their number 2 has the ball, whilst they've scored 2 goals, we've scored 2 goals over 2 minutes. I don't know about that.
2-2-2.
All the Sues. We're going to score goals against big clubs, don't we? We're just a rare club that wants to play football. It's our problem. Alright, it's half time here at St Mary's Stadium. It's currently Southampton 2, Liverpool 2. We only like to score goals against the big clubs, don't we? It's a bit mad, really. Liverpool going 2-0 out very early on in that first half. In fact, they were 2 out within 15 minutes. So it kind of looked a little bit... I mean, that first goal was an absolute shambles. I think there was a bit of a mix-up at the back. And then a goal from Bobby Firmino. Got one back with Ward-Prowse. And then who scored our second? It was Sulemana with his first goal for the club. How about that? But yeah, mad first half. Absolutely mad first half. Action going on elsewhere. Leicester are currently 1-up against West Ham. Spurs, I believe, are leading against Leeds. And Everton is still 0-0 with Bournemouth, which basically would mean Leicester stay up on goal difference as it stands at the moment. But bit of an interesting... I don't know whether to celebrate those goals quite as much as... It was nice to score 2 goals though, right?
Here's the thing, about 4 games ago I decided to switch my emotions off. I could just be dead inside when I come here. And then when we conceded that first goal from a Lavia back pass as well.
I was yawning.
That's the thing, I was like, yeah, well, same old, same old. It'll probably be 5-0 today, whatever, and we can just get out of here. And then Prowse scores, and I'm like, well, that's good. That's nice. Yeah. And then Sulemana scored, and I started to feel emotions again. And I'm like, please don't do this to me.
They pull you back in, don't they? They pull you back in.
Like, out of everything that's happened this season, if we would come away today with one last Premier League win against Liverpool, it would be very football, and I'd love it.
The irony would not be lost on either of us. But it's kind of interesting. It's a bit of a weird dynamic. I mean, I thought Liverpool were really flat the first few minutes. They kind of looked a bit like the Spurs side that came here. They got kind of bit sort of passing the ball around, looked a little bit sluggish, and then before we know it, 2-0 down.
That's the thing, though. They were so sluggish when the game started, and I was like, right, if we could get an early goal, it reminded me of City in the Cup. If we could just get an early goal, we could probably get something out of this. And instead, they've scored 2 pretty quickly, and then remain sluggish so we can get back in it. If they come out the second half like that, and we can just remain pumped and hyped, we might still get something out of this. We might get those 3 points we've been waiting for all this time.
Exactly, we would certainly want that. I mean, before this game, we've lost 25 games in the Premier League. It would be nice just to leave it at that and get something out of this game for pride's sake or nothing else. Anyway, I'm sure there's plenty more excitement to come. Perhaps not here, but maybe elsewhere in the Premier League. So anyway, second half coming up. This is it.
Good afternoon for the Saints. Please show your appreciation for number 8, James Ward-Prowse.
We are into 7 minutes of stoppage time. Would you believe it? It's Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. What a mad game. Absolutely mad game. I think it's all been kind of eclipsed by the emotional moment with James Ward-Prowse leaving the field of play, handing the armband over to Lianco. Whether that's a sign of what's to come, we'll just have to wait and see. But this has been an absolutely crazy game, and we've had an Adam Armstrong goal, for goodness sake. 2 goals from Sulemana. And Lianco's put an absolute shift in.
Lianco's been world class.
Amazing. But
this is a Premier League game, and it's so nice that I really hope it ends with a draw or a win for us, because to lose us now would be heartbreaking. Because to go out of the Premier League like this, with an absolute
heads held high.
It's let them know that we'll be back soon. Just let them know we'll be back soon.
Exactly that. In terms of what's going on elsewhere, it's still Everton 1, Bournemouth 0. With Leicester leading against West Ham 2-0, which is absolutely futile because, of course, all Everton need to do is get a win.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God!
Go on, Cabeas! Javier just get mugged off by Don Ballard?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Put that in the playbooks. That's a rivalry to look out for in the future. About 20 seconds in it.
And there it is. With its final time said it's Southampton 4, Liverpool 4. It's been fun. Thank you so much for sticking with us throughout the entirety of the season. What a crazy campaign it's been. But we will for sure see you in the next one. All right, see ya. Cheers, Prowsey.